Alrighty, finally getting around to some DFO. I did pull for Laguna's FR and I got it in around 100 tickets, so that was pretty lucky because I had everyone else on that banner built, and I ended up with an extra. What was it? It was an Oron and Weiss. Yeah, I ended up with an extra copy of their FRs, which I already had. So free FR material. And here we're just gonna go ahead and go for a Laguna run, just because his rework did recently come out, and I do believe his skills are all mixed up, but that's perfectly fine because basically this fight offers look at the mechanics, there really aren't any. It's just I think they gain bravery after their attacks and that's about it. So fairly uninteresting fight for the most part. We are in that point of DFO where things just haven't been all that difficult in all honesty. Like, you can kind of steamroll fights with whoever you want. So that's why this time around we're bringing Rem and Ace. And that's just because with how many... Unfortunately, Rem's off-turn attack here doesn't trigger a Laguna's gold debuff that we're going to be applying shortly. But if it did, that would be super, crazy. It's actually... With how much damage you can get with these three done, it's actually kind of interesting. Here we're actually just going to be AA real quick. Just because I forget Rem's AA is actually pretty good. I should have it on more often. I'm just, one of those people that, I'm kind of lazy. Kind of forget to do things. And I did bring Garland Call, just because I wanted to see if they actually did anything in terms of speed. Because apparently it speeds us up the more turns Rem takes. And the more turns we take above these guys. And I also have the Shiva here. Because I do believe Laguna's speed debuff is actually one of the more potent ones in the game. I think it's 50% speed down, which is, a lot of speed to decrease. And then the Shiva's just making us faster. And I was hoping, Garland would also make them just a little slower for us. And I did also bring Kurosame's Hyoro Call. And Hyoro, on top of being an HP damage buff that we all know it for, also has I think it's 20% speed down. So, we're just trying to be quicker than these guys so we can get as much turns as possible, just so we can, just spam Laguna to have his gold debuff. Because I do believe it's only on for 4 turns. And his gold debuff got reworked in his recent rework just now, and it's pretty good from what I've seen. You can actually get some pretty good damage off it. And as long as you can maintain that up, you're basically golden. So here we're just gonna get it golden because it's a golden debuff. Do we need to swap into Ace? I don't think we do. I think we just keep spamming here. And basically we're just gonna try and stay for any of these guys this whole time. It's a very easy FR condition to meet too. It's literally just do a melee attack, and that's all you need to do. So, but the thing is, with this team comp, it's magic, ranged, and more magic. So, we don't have a melee attacker on the team, but we're not going to need one, because we're just going to go straight into Laguna FR. And basically, we've just curated it so our calls aren't really debuff focused. The only one that gives a debuff is Kurosame, and he only takes up 1 slot. Because this extra gold debuff that Laguna is going to apply to himself is 1 more slot. So it'll be 5, and Ace's traps will be 2 more, so it'll be 7. So we only really have room for 1 more debuff slot, so we needed something potent. So I decided Kurosame, just makes the most sense for that. And here we're just gonna do what we do best. And Laguna, what he does best is just debuff like crazy. And this gold frame debuff, the new one, is actually, it does 2 HP attacks per proc. And with Ace's traps going off constantly, we're gonna be able to proc that at least twice a turn. So that's actually really strong from what I've seen. I was like, god damn. So let's go ahead and apply our traps real quick. Yeah, because we are going to be doing Laguna as the main FR time. And I have to remember, Ace's EX, although it looks like a group HP attack, it actually isn't. It's a single target attack that just does a lot of splash. So here we're just going to go ahead and let's get our attack up. And we want to make sure we beat this force time. Let's see. I do believe that's instant turn, but does this move us up? Yeah, it does. And sometimes I like to check because Great Spiral Combo has a really high turn rate, and sometimes it just shoots you up. And here we're just going to go ahead and get these going because that's an extra debuff. And I think I should have enough time to activate. Ooh, it's gonna be a close one here. I want to apply this last debuff. I'm gonna do it. And if they beat us the first time, it's just a run reset, and that's fine. But I'm being greedy. Oh god. I do believe they go up 4% every turn too, but I don't think that's the case when they do or when I go into the BT effect. I think it actually goes up by half of that. I think it's only 2. But let's see if I'm wrong. And maybe that extra Great Spiral was a little greedy. That should have been a call. Let's see. Don't reach max. Don't reach max. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and then the Blindset will proc. And that should proc another Desperado. Yup. Oh, wow. We beat that by 0.5%. Really, I shouldn't have done that extra Great Spiral. A little greedy, but you know what? I'll take the greed. It worked out just... We beat the FR time just in the nick of time. Otherwise, that was just a run reset because I have no way to really mitigate the Brave damage, or the Brave gain down. And they're going to be taking 1 turn, but that's fine. That's actually going to increase the hero stacks. And we're in no real danger of dying because the Rim's BT effect is just going to keep us immortal. And she's got plenty of healing in her kit anyway, so, you know. We weren't really in any danger of dying anyway. And I think here we actually want to bring up Laguna. Just so we could actually get his EX buff going. Just because it's a little low. And it's not up, but Rem's BT effect will make it up. So, you know, that's good for us. And I did also bring Leonora Call on Laguna. And that's just because Leonora's Call for damage output's actually pretty good. For what it actually does provide. And I think I'm going to hold on to the FR Echoes until we're at close to max, like around 700 to 900%. Just because I do believe the Laguna's actually hits pretty hard from what I've seen. And everything in Laguna's kit should be an AoE attack. Yeah, so it's just Ace traps his blind slits going off, and we triggered the Desperado twice. It's weird. Sometimes the order doesn't always make sense. I do believe this moves Rem up. It's high turn rate, but it didn't move her up there. Whatever, that's fine. It just gives the hero stacks time to increase. That's alright with me. Oh, we do need to get Ace's trap up again, because we do have 7 debuff slots occupied. Or we can do 8 maximum, because Laguna's FR is the number of debuffs, which is maximum of 8. That Brave Beam is going to do nothing. And you see we're having a bunch of turns here, and that's just because our speed is so fast, and then the speed downs. It worked out quite nicely. So here I think we're okay with using 1 Echo. And basically just the whole fight is just going to be us beating them up. Our traps going off and just double procking Laguna's trap. Because this trap damage is quite a bit. Yeah, so the blind slits will trigger. And this should trigger Desperado twice. Yep. So that was an extra 5 million. And then the extra blind stuff going off again. Sometimes the blind stuff just goes up twice for some reason. I don't understand it. But here, I think we're just going to EX again. And we do have one more FR Echo with Rem. So, you know, we got plenty of time to actually increase this gauge really high. Or should we need to. And unfortunately, Ace's EX isn't a group attack for whatever reason. Even though it's like it is group bravery, I guess it's only single target damage with a lot of splash. Yeah, you see that we're getting quite a bit of turns before B gets his turn. And we don't even have Rem's speed buff up on Ace. Ace is just kind of speedy. And I think that's just how speed really works in this game. It's just how many turns you get before the enemy's next turn. So here we're just gonna go in. Oh, we actually have 2 echoes. Oh, I thought I had echoed already. Interesting. Oh, that's perfect. That means we got plenty more gauge to work with. And really, we don't want the enemy taking too many turns. Just because, you know, we do want to maintain that gold debuff as long as we can. Like, the more you could turn hog, the more you could get these extra ticks going off. Unfortunately, Siphon Spear here doesn't actually proc the extra Desperado buff. Otherwise, that'd be sick. But luckily, Ace's Trap does. So we're basically just going to get that off at least twice every time. Like minimum 2 Desperado attacks. So I do believe these blind studs are doing what? 2 million each? And this procs twice. So that's what? 8 million plus the extra 2 is what? 10, 12 million there? You know, it's a lot of off turns. Like, it's a lot of just explosions going off. So here, because Rem is so nice and charging our EX, very strong button for Laguna. Then his follow-up got buffed too in this patch to do, what's it, 4 attacks? Or 4 HP attacks after his actions. So 2 plus 4 is 6, plus another 4 is 10, plus another 2 is 12. So extra 12 million off the 20 million he already did there. It's a lot of damage, like it all adds up. So very happy with Laguna's rework. Here I think we just, yeah, well, great spiral combo, fuck it. Because I do believe we have one more Echo on Rem. And we do have Summon as well to just really amp up our damage. Yeah, now Laguna's Traps is doing 5 million a turn. And they proc twice, so it's basically providing 10 million AoE off turn. Which is really strong actually, that's surprisingly good. It does go based off his attack. So, you know, dude, that's something to consider. Or like if you're in Blue Crystal Room, and you just bump him with an Ultimate Weapon 5 out of 5 and you just really focus on stats for blue, you could get that attack to do some, you know. Because right now he is boosted, so it's looking a little better than what it normally would look for me. But I do have Ultimate Weapon 5 out of 5 gun, you know, and plus the boost, his attack is like 6k or something. So it does scale quite nicely if you're just doing Blue Crystal Room. Yeah, that's just, look at how much damage we've done off that. And this is why another reason why we brought Leonora Call, just because, well actually I think I will do Summon here. And I wanted to make sure I need to do it before, so there's no room for the Brave Freeze, otherwise we can't apply Ace's Trap again. And here, at maximum gauge, Leonora's LD does quite a bit. Yeah, they did 31 million with launch, 20 million. That was like, what, 20 million AoE for each? So it's 40 million AoE. And the launch just kind of helped out there. And of course you have our traps popping off. So Desperado doing an extra 12 million. And then Ace's Trap's doing an extra 6. Extra 18 million on that. And we're not done. Like, we still have an Echo both on Laguna and on Ace. So the damage output, you know, trap-wise is actually insane. At least in my opinion, Like, I think if you invest in Blue Crystal Room, Laguna would be quite nasty. And I think this is over, just because these traps, yeah, look at all these explosions. Oh, we didn't get the extra proc because the trap fell off. Ah, whatever, it's fine. Take us home, mate. And yeah, that's Laguna's rework. And, you know, Laguna, back in the day, working well with Sice. I think Sice actually procced his trap more often. But with Ace, you get the benefit of FR Echo and a BT effect on top of it. So, you know, I think I prefer Ace in this scenario just because Sice fortunately doesn't have a rework. But yeah, there's Laguna's rework. And honestly, a very good for his trap damage. That Desperado is no joke. Oh, and I did get Rem's new outfit because Lamau. And the FE50 on everything. But yeah, there you go. That's fight. Basically no mechanics. And I think it's going to be like that for a little while, unfortunately. But there you go. That's the run. Take it easy.